big trip there, right?
Yeah, we're packing for the long haul.
Yeah.
So bringing our winter coats. Yeah, it's chilly. I think it's like 20, highs are 20 for here on out. So it's perfect. It's chilly here today, so it's fine. It's no big deal.
But that's what your schedule would be. You guys would stay there. I mean, you'd have
Yeah.
a 2 week.
No, yeah,
trip
we
over
really
there.
are packing for the next few weeks because that's where the Final Four is.
Yeah.
So if we're able to get 2 wins, we're there. So we wouldn't come back and then go again. So packing the big suitcases.
What's the nature of the conversations you have with the team about that, kind of the big picture versus what's coming up Friday?
We don't really talk about much after Friday. So, but there's preparation just from our staff of, here's the situation, here's how we're going to handle it, and so we'll kind of we'll see as we go, what we do. But I said, you guys need to go do some laundry, and we'll do laundry on the road, but go do some laundry and pack everything up. You can take the big roller suitcases, so they were excited by that. So.
Is a rematch. How does that flavor this from your perspective, and what you imagine their mindset's going to be as well?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us it's just we're familiar with them, so I would hope that we're able to get into our scouting report, kind of our familiarities with them sooner. When you play a team like Baylor, who we really haven't seen much of at all, New Mexico State we hadn't seen at all live. It took us a while to kind of get into, a defensive game plan of what we wanted to do. You have an idea, but you can't tell so much from video until you get live and you're like, okay, no, they're a little higher or they run a little faster, or those types of things. So I think for us, we already have a pretty good idea of who they are. So hopefully, on both sides, defense should be a little bit better to start. So.
Are they the same team, basically rotationally in that? And how similar or not are you right now?
Yeah, I think they are pretty similar to what we saw. So actually, when we played them, it was the first time that their freshman, Rollins, played 6 rotations, I think. And they had just gotten the big time outside back. I think that was her first match. So they kind of had their lineup that they've been using in our match for the first time. So we are familiar. I'm sure they're much better, at executing right now and all those things. And I'm sure at home they like playing at home. They'll have a sold out crowd. It'll be a sellout, and they'll have a lot of energy from them. So all those things, for sure, work in their favor. But I think as far as personnel and kind of what you're looking at and what they do, I think the system is similar. From our perspective, I mean, when we played them, Lauren Page was the left, so now we have her back in the middle. Simi was in the middle. So that's a change. But I think overall, no, I mean, that match, Ronica was Midas touch. She was so good in that match. I think she had 615 with 18 kills or something like that. I mean, she was phenomenal. I'm sure she has their attention and respect right away heading into this match. But I think we look back, we didn't necessarily play this great match. Neither side did. I thought we both scored pretty well, but defensively no one played a great match. So I think we both are looking to improve upon what we did last time.
Coach, you mentioned Rollins. It seems like she's really found her footing since you guys played, had a couple of 20-kill matches, I think. What's it going to take to slow her down, and just how big of a factor do you expect her to be offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I thought she did a nice job against us, and that was her first go of it, and I think that's why she stuck, was because of that weekend. I think she's brought good ball control for them, and I think she just handles those weird plays, those out of system plays. She does a nice job for them with that. They don't really have a lot of people that can handle those plays for them, so I think that's why she can get a lot of attempts. I think she's had some phenomenal matches, and then she's had some forgettable matches offensively. But I don't know. I mean, I think they're pretty balanced like we are. Where other than this last match with Lindsay getting so many attempts, I think for the most part we do a good job of spreading the ball around just like them. So it could be her night, it could not be her night, but she'll be engaged and she'll be good.
And then that last time you guys had kills from Lindsay, Willow, Lauren, and Ronica, like how good you guys had to play on that side of the ball to just kind of keep pace with them too?
Oh yeah, I mean, they hit 300 when we played them last time. We hit 300 when we played them last time. And then it was just about who was going to win the last few points. Every set was a deuce set. And the one we lost, I think it was in overtime. So that I would assume it's going to be similar. If we can control our emotions, if we can get into our game plan right away, if we can bring our A game or, just play our game, it'll be a great match. And for us to have a great match, that means multiple people are stepping up and scoring and part of the offense, and everybody's getting involved. So, but I think that's who we are. That's who we've been. So we need to just win those type points at the end again.
And then it's a different. The first time you guys played in Stanford, now it's on their court. How different is that? I
think emotionally for them, I think they'll be a little higher. yeah, it was kind of quiet when we played them before, so I think it was just kind of a neutral for either side. We like being on the road. That's not a secret. I think we do a pretty good job. We actually like hostile environments. We kind of like when people are talking to us. We like proving people wrong. That's just kind of the MO of this group. They like that. I think this group likes being the underdog, which I can't stand. But that's just who we are. So hopefully we can change that at some point in our lives. But for now, that's kind of what we got going on. So I don't know. I mean, on the road, we've handled ourselves pretty well. So it's going to be another really tough environment. So I'd like to see us handle ourselves well again.
In Minnesota's 3 losses, they're still, each of those matches hit 280 or better. Mm-hmm. How much do you just have to expect to be able to keep up with that offense and just hope they have an off night?
Yeah, for us, I mean, we're just trying to be disciplined. We're trying to do what we do. They run a really fast offense, so and they have a lot of people that can score, and they have one of the best setters in the country. So all those things combined make them always pretty tough, offensively, and hard to defend. So I mean, that's who they are. That's what they're going to be. So you have to score. You have to keep up, and then again, I mean, we made plays on the defensive end when we absolutely had to win it, and then we scored enough to stay in the match with them. That's basically what our last match was. I don't see how that's really going to change. I mean, unless either side just plays horribly, it's going to be that kind of match again, and then who can get the stops at the end.
And then for setters, August had, I think, 66 assists, and then they have one of the best setters in the country. How do you see that matchup?
Oh, it's a great matchup. I mean, anytime we get to have those types of competitions between them, I think it brings out the best in August. She generally plays her best when she plays the Stanford setter. When we played Poulter from Illinois before, when we play, Minnesota setter now, etc. That's when August really likes that competitive side. That's her personality. So I'm excited to see how she does. I think she's ready for it. So senior setters against them in one another, and they have some of the best stats in the country. So I think it's really good. Yeah, 66 assists in 4 sets last time was, that's crazy. That's a crazy number. But that just tells you how we were scoring, and that's why we were able to win. It wasn't because we stopped enough balls; it was because we scored enough. So hopefully, it might take that again. Hopefully we can play a little bit better defense.
And then for Taylor, is she going to be back by?
Yeah, no, I thought the role we had Taylor in the against Baylor was the right role. I think she's having an easier time jumping than moving laterally on defense. So that's kind of where we keep her, and I thought Brooke Van Sickle did a really nice job going in the back row for her. So it made them one really nice player. So I think we'll probably stick with that as long as she's feeling okay. So we'll see how she feels this week.
Can you speak a little more to their individual skills and why that kind of pairing made sense last weekend and just kind of fits?
Yeah, I mean, well, Taylor's size and strength in her arm. She scores really well. She's really good at out of system balls, kind of what we talked about earlier. She can kind of take a bad set and make something good with it. She's mature. Her motions are really strong. She doesn't get flustered. Her block is bigger. I think you can't run offense at her as easily, and so she did a nice job, I thought, at the end of the matches of stopping 22 Presley from Baylor, and that was important. So she's able to give us a lot of those things up at the net. Van Sickle is just she's so speedy. So athletic. She made some just unbelievable plays in that match. The one dig in particular, I don't even know how she got it, and then August makes this great bending set to Willow out of the back row. That was a huge point in the 5th set. And then Brooke can hit out of the back row. She has a nice serve. She can set out a system. There's a lot of things that she can do. So right now I like having them both out there. So
obviously she's had a really bright start, but Willow's serve, just where do you think she's at right now, and maybe what words of advice have you given to her? Yeah,
I just hope the honeymoon period isn't over for a little while. Everything is new and exciting right now, and the fans loved it. I think that was the first standing ovation I've seen for a volleyball player or moment in Matthew Knight Arena after she had that run of 10. Everybody just loved that, which I just give her stuff about, but it was good. I just hope she just stays in it. She's a really good server. She has been. So now it's just, can she handle it on the road with the people? And again, she likes big moments, so I'm sure she'll be fine.
Is that kind of different? Because when people serve, it's not really like a rocket bullet towards the other side, but she just those just strikes constantly.
Yeah, I think because the honeymoon part, it's like it doesn't matter. It's all gravy for her, so she's just going for it. So I just want her to keep going for it. Again, she missed 5 serves in that last match. That's a lot of misses for one person, but she had 3 aces, so you're going to take it. So she's definitely a high risk server, but I think it's important for us. We have to keep pressure on the other side all the time, and she does that.